I've posted about my day 1, 2, 3, and 4 at Paignton Zoo on my social media, and I've decided to put it all together and make it a little bit of a longer and bigger video to show my experience there. What it was a zoo workshop directed and organized by Joe Mason at Paignton Zoo. Paignton Zoo is in Devon, in Paignton, effectively. I've done a zoo workshop before last year in 2024, and that was kind of like a beginner thing. And this year instead was a bit more in depth because of the number of students. So there were 16 of us. Because of the high number, obviously we couldn't train them all together, so we were divided in group, and I was super lucky because I got to share my group, my animals, with Catherine Johnson, who is a dog trainer and also a canopy professional, and Jo Hind, who is a behaviorist trainer and a great lady. So I was very, very lucky. Our group was fantastic, very happy. Within our group, we trained marabou stoats, Cuban crocodile, pygmy goats, and giant tortoises. Working with these animals has been incredible, and I loved every minute of it. So here are the days as they went by. Day 1 at the zoo was amazing, loved it. We got to see who we were in group with, because obviously with 16 people taking the course, we had to be split into groups, and I was super lucky because I got to work with Catherine Johnson and Jo Hind. I love them both, so I'm really, really happy. The start of the day is about learning some theory and make your brain kind of think a little bit from the animal point of view and how to work with the animals. And then we got cracking, we got working straight away. I had a beautiful experience getting to know the animals. The pygmy goats are super cute. I fell in love with Mario and we got to work with him. He was a little bit mischievous apparently in the group, but I found him super adorable.
I think, but as he gets more confident, he's getting quite,
better.
Yeah.
And also, if you withhold the food for too long,
He will jump, yeah. So you have to go in, and you want them to not be crowding.
I think we've got cones there, and they were quite good last time.
Yeah.
Weren't they?
We got to work with tortoises, giant tortoises, which was a bit of a dream. So I could not wait for that part to start. And I didn't realize that actually giant tortoises are quite greedy. They like their food quite a lot. The males were particularly active, so it was really cool to see that.
Wanna try again? Since you're the one who's trying to eat, bless her.
Oh my god, I made new friends. They're so cool.
Yes. Timmy's the dog sitter. Elvis, Timmy's on the move.
Then we worked with crocodiles. A Cuban crocodile called Spice. She's a beauty. I can't believe I'm saying that about crocodile, and super, super clever. So really happy to have worked with her. The disgusting thing was having to feed her, obviously, the kind of food that she eats, not so much having to feed her, but with gloves, we were picking up dead mice. We soon realized that their favorite treat are actually chicks. Poor little cheeky chicks. So that went down as well in the enclosure, and she found it really easily.
Nice one. Yes, Debbie, that was cool. She'll get it, yes. That was cool.
So that was my first day. I really loved it, and I can't wait for the next. Hi, this is Debbie Lacken from Kids Around Dogs. Second day at Paignton Zoo in Devon. Love it. I'm loving every day, everything that we do. My group is made up of obviously myself, Catherine Johnson and Jo Hind. And I'm really happy. Catherine's also a canopy professional, and I adore Jo Hind. So really, really happy to be sharing this experience, particularly with them. So today we worked with goats. Our goat is Mario, and he's fabulous and super clever and super cute, and just everything's super, super duper. The point is to put his front paws to a stationary position, stay in that position for a little bit of time. What we want to achieve is for them to recognize, to go to their station and to wait there so that people can come in and then feed them or do whatever it is they need to do. And also it will help with husbandry.
I clicked before you start heading back to him as well. Huh?
Yeah.
And then we worked with Spicy, the Cuban crocodile. The aim with Spicy is for her to reach a target that we are showing her. We are adding duration to the target. The tricky part with this is that when she sees the target, she wants to eat it. So she tries to grab it, and we need to be careful not to get her to that point. So we need to be careful with that. But she's fantastic. I'm really enjoying that.
Yes, she's watching.
Oh.
The other animal we worked with today is the giant tortoises, and I'm loving that as well. So I had really good fun working with Adam Delderfield. Super happy to be working with him. So we worked with Cleo. When she reaches or she touches a target that we have, and the target is a black target in this case. The progress that we are really hoping to do, although we only have 2 days left, so very short time, but the progress would be for her to work out that when she touches the black target, she gets a reward, either carrots or courgette.
Courgette. It's courgette. Do you like courgette? Oops, hold on, you dropped it. Hold on, I'm coming. Nom, nom, nom. Courgette time. Good girl. He's a good girl. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, hold on. You got it? Here you go. You got it? Chew it properly. And again. There you go. You need to chew it though. You keep dropping it. This is Dora. She's blind.
Oh, I'm so
You could, oh, hold on. Maybe eventually you can pick it up. But yeah. That's Dora, and Catherine just fed her.
well.
But Dora is a bit greedy, Dora is.
I'm sorry. Hang on.
She's like 200 kilos of joy, so nobody wants to go and try and feed her now.
And I got to see other animals around. I got to see some monkeys, some squirrel monkeys, super cute. Meerkats, of course. We got to see the gorilla. There was a lovely talk about the gorilla, so we got to see that and see obviously the gorillas in their area. Really, really cool.
Fruit is very high in sugar. The fruit that's grown for humans and something like we like to eat is very high in sugar, and it's not.
So my baby boy Woody, who I worked with last year, so it was great to see him again.
Woody! Where are you? Hey, mate. Get a little bit of Santander. There you are, Woody. Hello, darling. Hi, hi.
Another fantastic day here at Paignton Zoo. Bye! Day 3 is just finished at Paignton Zoo. I'm feeling a bit tired, I must say, but I am having a really good time.
Where are you going?
So today, for day 3, we work with storks. My group, made up of Catherine Johnsons and Joe Hinds, worked with the male stork called Malibu. Really cool name. I was looking at the stork and I'm thinking, gosh, you're an ugly thing, bless him. But then, the more I started working with him and realized just how clever and responsive it was, and some of the mannerisms he has, I don't know, I actually think he's pretty awesome. So yeah, cool marble storks there. The female is a little bit more aggressive in the sense that she tries to nick his food, and she can put up a fight. We haven't witnessed anything like that, nothing has happened, but it has happened before. She's capable of being a little bit mean, if you like. The goal for the storks is to follow a target, and this is so that the zookeepers can put them in their house at night. So, you know, hopefully we will get there eventually. Unfortunately, we only have 1 day left. Our stay is definitely not long enough to get them to the ultimate goal, but it does get them started, and it helps the zookeepers to then carry on the job and to know what to do as well. So really great.
Making new friends. This is Malibu. Malibu, hello. Hi, Malibu. Say hi. Say hi, Malibu. Lisa, do you want to say hello as well? This is Lisa. Lisa, do you want to say hi? Yeah. Oh, look, Malibu's coming up. Malibu, yeah, you want to be in the shot, don't you? Yeah, you do. You're a handsome boy in your own way.
Within my group, then we worked with the goats, and we had our lovely Mario, and he's super cool, super cute, like super everything basically. And what we particularly worked on today was to stay by the fence. One of the problems that Mario has, or the zookeepers have with Mario and the other goats, is that they kind of tend to mob the zookeepers when they walk in. They can jump at them and everything. So the goal is for them not to do that, amongst other things. So have them in a stationary position by the fence, for example, or further away. It's a good way for them to work towards not jumping up at people or not going to try to escape maybe from the gate so that they can get food. They're very food motivated. Mario, we worked right at the fence. We were just outside and he was inside again to avoid any more jumping up on anything. He was quite a bit feisty today. Tried to eat my top a couple of times, which I don't mind, but you know, not ideal. So we worked outside the fence to prevent those kind of things. And it was great because when the other groups have finished with Luigi and Wowza, then they wanted to leave the gate, but we carry on working by the fence and he stayed with us while the other were leaving. Fantastic.
Hi, my sweet boy. Oh my gosh. I want a goat. Someone get me a goat.
Another really cool thing of today was that not only we got to work with the animals, also we got to educate or teach some future zookeepers. There were students from various universities that joined us in the afternoon, and we explained about training animals. While they are learning about zoo animals, they are not there yet with training. So our presence there was helpful in that respect. So we were doing some coaching, the future generation, if you like, on training animals. And it was great. I really, really enjoyed that. We then trained for the last time, so we're not going to train them tomorrow, the crocodiles. We had our Spice, I've been calling her Spicy, but actually her name is Spice, a Cuban crocodile. She was waiting for us, eager. And I really think that actually she recognized us, maybe from the steps on the bridge that she goes under when we're there, or our voices, I don't know, but it's not really been an issue for her not turning up or anything. She definitely like comes in or shows up when we arrive, so it's really cool. This time, because we had the students, they did more practice. We got them to practice outside first without disturbing the crocodile. And then we got in, we demonstrated how we did the work so far. I was throwing the dead chicks and Catherine was doing the targeting for Spice to follow. And she would get a good distance, and we worked out that it's about 2 feet distance from the target, then we can lift the target and reward her there. If she gets too close, she tries to bite the target, and obviously she could get stuck to it and we'll have to let go and lose the target, or she could get a chunk of it. Either way is not ideal, so we never wanted to get to that. So we worked out that about that distance is when she starts freezing, and you either have a nice position for a little bit, or almost like a weight, but that could also quickly then turn into I'm gonna eat you target. So we need to prevent that, and then lift the target and reward them. Catherine and I demonstrated the sequence a couple of times, and then the students got in and did it themselves, and they were brilliant, really, really good. And Spice obviously was like the star of the show.
She's coming.
Yeah, she's on the move.
Yeah, she's coming.
Yeah.
This animal is not daft.
No.
Got her?
Yes. So cool.
gonna miss this girl. She's so sweet. Well done, Spice. Post-training nap. Could do with a nap myself.
I always get the opportunity to see other animals, and I love that. Today, on a difference from the other days, I got to see the lizards being a bit more active in the water. They've been quite like just sitting there. But today they were actually like swimming and doing stuff, and I actually fed one of them. I don't have a footage of that, but trust me, it was really cool. And I fed them prawn. I saw the python, and that thing doesn't move. She just like rolled in there for like hours on end. I saw another crocodile whose name I cannot remember and kind of crocodile also I cannot remember, but again she was quite active today and did really well in her training session. And the meerkat, because they're super duper cute. So some monkeys jumping around.
Trying to get the monkeys in the videos. Easier said than done.
But it's mostly been a day working. I popped to the shop, I got Molly a little present. I haven't had actually much of a chance to go in around and see more animals. And then in the evening we had a social. We went to a place called Cantina by the sea, near the sea, somewhere around the sea in Paignton. Lovely dinner there, lovely company, especially the company. Now it's time for me to go to bed. I'm so tired. Tomorrow's day 4, last day, super excited. That's what's keeping me going. Bye. Day 4 also means the last day at Paignton Zoo. Unfortunately, it was time to say goodbye, and I'm really sad. I'm back home now. Of course, I'm happy to be home, but I miss the animals. I miss the animals a lot. On the last day, we had another beautiful talk from Joe Mason on how we work with the humans. As trainers, is actually mostly working with humans, so it's really important that we know what we're doing. We also had a talk from Adam and Stella on cooperative care. This is very important because this is basically what we were there for. Cooperative care means that the animals we're working with are okay with being groomed, being handled, being taken to the vet and say having an injection or whatever else. When I say being okay, I mean that literally you can ask them left paw, right paw, for example, if that's what needs to be checked, to say their nails or whatever. If at any time the dog is not happy with the situation, then the dog has a way of letting us know. For example, it could be turning his head away. It could be that while we're gently holding the paw for, say, doing their nails, the dog can remove the paw and we know that that's it. It means stop it for now. It might also mean that the dog might come back and carry on. Maybe it just needs a couple of minutes to figure things out and then he come back to us. The animal that we're working with needs to have a choice, effectively. And cooperative care means that we are training the animal to be okay with things, that nothing bad is going to happen, and that we're there to make sure that everything is fine and that it's going to be well looked after and so on. The whole 4 days were dedicated to that, to train the animals for different purposes, but for ultimately knowing that they can trust us and that we're not going to do anything to upset them or anything to hurt them. On these final days, I had the pleasure of coaching the lovely Emily when working with Bowser the goat. She did a fantastic job and Bowser rocked it, obviously.
Hello, little one. How's it going? How's it going? Oh, it's going well, is it? We worked also with the giant tortoises on the last day. I had another Emily to work with. She was lovely, lovely girl, and I think her dissertation at university is on giant tortoises, so she was very, very keen on understanding them, on working with as many as possible in a way to see the differences as well.
obviously.
My understanding is all of the students we worked with were on a work placement, so they have a few months ahead, but not all of them would be working at such a big zoo like Paignton. The ones that work in a smaller zoo really wanted to take advantage of being there. So it was really great, really interesting experience coaching students as university students. It was fantastic. You keep putting them on the floor and then you can't get them. This is my friend Dora, back with Dora, my little mate. The blind tortoise, super cute. You're so cute. Oh my god! Don't be silly. You're gonna fall over. Don't fall over. Right. Aw. You're gonna drop it now? Don't drop it. You dropped it! How did you drop it? I'll go and get you another one. Shall I go and get you another one? I think that's a yes, isn't it? Wait. What a good girl you are. You're such a good girl. Hey? And as is the final day, we got our certificate and I'm very, very proud of mine. It's hard to say goodbye to all the lovely colleagues that I've got to work with, all fantastic, force-free professionals. I hope to come back very, very soon. In fact, I know I'm coming back in June again to work with the zookeeper some more and the amazing Joe Mason. So I'm really, really happy and I can't wait. I had a little tour at the zoo again, very, very briefly before saying goodbye, and I'm gonna miss all the animals. Bye, bye, Woody. Are you upset with me? Hello, darling. Turn around. Wave at your mother. Nothing. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cat Kids Around Dogs, for more videos. Thank you. Bye.